Okay, one of the most important attributes of the HTML language are class, style, and title. These three are very important. And if we focus on the class attribute specifies an element to be a member of one or more classes. Now, what are classes? Classes are pre-made programs. Okay, if you understand the concept of object-oriented programming, it basically means, in layman terms, do not reinvent the wheel. Okay, which means that you do not have to write the program for background color. You don't have to write the code for background color or any other code. For example, any element, you could take the body element, you could take the heading element, the paragraph element, anything. You don't have to write code specifically, background, double colon, color equals to dark green, all of those things. You don't need to write that. What you can do is you can borrow the code from pre-made programs, these classes. These are used for efficiency purposes, okay, which means that you don't have to type all of the code over and over again. Just borrow the background class, borrow the color class, borrow the style class, any kind of class. You can also borrow the code class. For example, if, as I mentioned before many times, that one website can have multiple languages working together, functioning together, okay, and the main language is HTML, but there are other languages supporting its functionality, improving its flexibility and the power of the website. To be able to do a lot of things at the same time, you need many different languages. So in order to declare, you have to let the browser know what kind of languages it will be decoding, what kind of languages it will be running. So you have to declare at the very top of the page what language you're about to declare. For example, if you use code class equals Java, that means you're telling your browser that I am going to use Java in my program. Okay, similarly, you could say code class PHP. You could say that, or Perl, or any language that you're going to be using in your program. You could declare it at the top of the HTML code. What it does is it tells your browser that, hey, be ready, get all the classes, the Java classes and the Java code. Whatever is missing, you're going to get it from those classes. And these classes are located in the main servers. Okay, servers are full of classes like these. These are pre-made, ready-made programs that will save you coding. Okay, that's what basically classes are all about. We're going to discuss that much more in detail when we do cascade style sheets. Okay, that will be in HTML2. I'm going to discuss classes in detail, but right now just try to understand the code for class is very simple. Okay, notice that the code is not a lot. What you're trying to do is you're going to define the style. You're going to define the style using classes. Okay, h1, that is heading 1 dot intro, and notice these curly brackets. They come with the class color double colon blue, paragraph, it's an important paragraph, color is green, and end of style. Okay, h1, you have defined the style before the body begins. Okay, within the head you define the style. Classes are defined in the head section, and then you go ahead and write very simple code in the body. h1 class is equal to intro, and that's the declaring the class. And where is this class located? In which element? The h1 element. h1 element is calling the intro class. Okay, just like I said here, element class equals class name. So a paragraph dot p, and that is class important. This is class is equal to important, again calling the important class from here. You're defining your class here. We're going to discuss that in more detail when we get to the class CSS sheet, but I'm just trying to explain it to you. In order to save yourself from writing lines and lines of code, you can simply declare classes so that the browser will understand the rest of the sentence. The rest of the code the browser will quickly make out by calling that particular class. Okay, this is very important information. So if I try to run this program, this is what it shows. Okay, header 1, a paragraph. Note this is an important paragraph. Okay, and in the same way you can keep writing text by just calling class. You don't have to, for example, you have another header, you don't have to define the color and style of the heading again and again and again. You define the color and style at the top in the head area of your HTML once you do it, and then for the rest of your in the body, the code in the body would be fairly simple. Okay, remember, please do not confuse it with the title tag. Okay, we had other programming languages in which we had the title tag. For example, if you take a look here, we had a head and we had a title tag here, title green event managers. This is different. This is an element. This is the title element. The title attribute, one of the main advantages of the title attribute is it allows you to create a tooltip. What's a tooltip? Okay, supposing you have a website here. Let me show you a website. Okay, a very interesting website. Okay, and in this website you will see a lot of images. Okay, a lot of images going on here, and if you click on any image, for example here, you would immediately see a tooltip: UAE magic carpet, card stacker. You hover over the image, first aid relays, individual, family. All of these are tooltips and these are very important. Again, we're talking about the accessibility here. The title attribute provides a title for an element. The element is image, img. For the image element, you will provide title. Okay, and for an element, and is commonly implemented as a tooltip. This is how it shows up on the website, ladies. Okay, on the visual browsers. So the attribute is most useful with the address tag. Okay, it goes with the address or the anchor tag. It goes with the image tag. It goes with the link tag. We're going to talk about links, very important. I'm going to discuss that in detail. And area tag. So whenever you add the title tag here, title is equal to, you could say whatever image, for example, area of the event or venue of the event. See, this is descriptive. So what happens is that if people, okay, what was alternate text? Alternate text was text that appears when the image doesn't appear, or text read by visual screen readers. But the title attribute will appear if the mouse is hovered over an image, the title attribute will play. Okay, and other things, for example, if you want to add an email address, for example, with the anchor tag href equals mail to Zubia at quality for life.ae. For example, this is my email address. You need to email me and I need to add this on the website. How will I add it? I will add it like this, and then I will say title is equal to receive feedback on your assignments, submit through this email. This whole tooltip, actually tooltips should be very small, but this is a very big tooltip, but this can appear if we program it. Okay, and then we close this and then we add Zubia at quality for life Okay, and then we close the anchor or the address tag like this. So you can add title here as well, in the image as well. You just saw an example of an image, and links will do that in detail very soon. Okay, let's come to the style attribute. The style attribute is used to style HTML elements, and the style syntax is written as follows. Style is equal to property double colon value, where property is the CSS property and value is the CSS value. So now you can completely make out the style uses CSS classes extensively. Okay, so and style attribute is applied on these following elements: the element of the background, element of text color, element of font, text size, and text alignment. Okay, so I've created this program for you here, and this was the green event managers page with the heading, my first heading. You remember I applied style to it. We've done this many times, but I'm explaining it to you now. Style is equal to color double colon blue, which means color is a CSS, it's a CSS property, and blue is the CSS value. So you're calling a class here. So and then I applied another style for font. I defined the font family Verdana, just like you have in Microsoft Word, Verdana. I am applying Verdana on my first paragraph. Then you have a font size 300%. This is my second paragraph. And I also changed the text alignment here. I mentioned text alignment and font size. So if I try to run this code, you see something like this. Okay, there you go. You see my first paragraph heading in blue color. Okay, my first heading in blue color, my first paragraph in Verdana, my second paragraph font size is 300%, which means it is 3 times more than the last paragraph. Notice, okay, and this is the third paragraph, which was aligned center. Okay, you can easily center your objects by using the style align center property. So this was all about styles, and believe me, we are going to talk more about styles. We're going to add style in a lot of code upcoming next. So let's wrap up with this chapter. In this chapter, we understood how the name value formula for assigning attributes is given out. You have a name is equal to value in double inverted commas. We wrote code for the language attribute. We tried to create 2 websites, one in French and one in English, and we linked with each other using the href attribute. We did an absolute link, we did a relative link, okay, and then we had size attributes, in which we try to define the size of an image, size of a font, okay, and then we had the alternate text attribute, the alt text that appears for visual screen readers. Then we did a lowercase or uppercase. We decided uppercase was better and more professional for HTML in order to differentiate it from other languages used in the same website. Then single or double quote, we voted on double quote because double quote makes clearer characters, and it helps you understand the code better. Then we talked a little about style, class, style, and title, and we said that classes are pre-made programs and they help you save time by not writing the same code again and again. Instead of writing the same code again and again, you just define a class in the head section of your code, and then you don't have to, the code in the body is much clutter free. Okay, we defined the title attribute, and we said that the title attribute is not, please do not confuse it with the title tag, title element. The title attribute is all about tooltip, similar to the example that you saw. You hover over an image, you see a tooltip. Style is all about adding style to your web pages. You could change the font size, font style, the font size, font style. Then you could align, text align. And then you could also change the background color. You could also change the font color. Alright, coming up next, we're going to talk about chapter 2 exercise, continue embellishing your e-portfolio. See you shortly. Stay tuned.